Now back to the morning roast. I'm a roaster because these two guys are my guys. Yin and Yang right here on 95.7 The Game.
Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olson on the call for Fox Sports. Christian McCaffrey, 14 carries, 119 yards. He averaged 8.5 yards a carry.
Wow.
Yesterday against Tampa Bay, he had a touchdown in the pass game, 2 catches, 34 yards, along a 27, and another touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, how we like that trade. How we like that trade. What a difference maker he is. And he's going to be very important moving down the stretch without Deebo Samuel, who, of course, got his ankle twisted. They're calling it a high ankle sprain that he suffered in the second quarter. He got carted off after catching 4 passes from Brock Purdy, 4 catches, 43 yards, a log of 18 as the Niners win their 6th straight game. They're now 9-4, and they could clinch the West with a win on Thursday. This segment is presented by Boxer & Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years. No guess. All calls today. 888-957-9570. Shasky, Brock Purdy mania is real. People are ready to give him the keys to the franchise.
I mean,
2 games.
I'm not mad at people for being excited. Look, man.
Giving them keys to the franchise.
Look, can you meet me here? This year has been such a roller coaster. I'm blown away that we're here, and now that we're here, people could say, pump the brakes. No, I'm not going to pump the brakes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ride the slip and slide. I'm going to see where this thing takes me. Let's do it. Let's hop on the crazy train. I'm in the cab, as people have been texting me. It's the cab, the front of the bandwagon.
From the cab.
All right? And let's just see where it goes. And maybe it crashes and burns. But maybe we get to our destination. I don't know. But all I know is this. They've won 9 games. All right? They're 9-4 right
6
now.
straight.
They are one step away, if they can win on Thursday up in Seattle, which is going to be a ridiculous game. We'll get into it all week.
Can't wait.
If they can beat Seattle up in Seattle, they win the West. I mean, just come on. Come on.
You ever been to Seattle?
Oh, yeah.
You been in that stadium?
Not to the stadium, but I've been to Seattle.
All right. So, been in Seattle. Thursday night will be the first time I go to Lumen Field.
Oh. A little jaunt?
A little leaving after the show.
Okay.
Coming back that night.
Oh.
And hopefully it's a hat and T-shirt game.
A hat and T-shirt game.
But Seattle losing yesterday to Carolina shocked all of us. They're not the same team without Kenneth Walker III.
No.
They're not. Not even close. We'll see if he plays Thursday. That stadium's going to be crazy loud. This would be Brock Purdy's first road start. First road start on Thursday Night Football. Amazon. He's going to get all the headlines. Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit will be salivating over Brock Purdy.
Cue my dad calling me up 15 times to set up Amazon Prime on his television.
Oh, boy. He still doesn't know how to do it?
Oh, who knows? I just know he's going to. He called me yesterday to cut up a prime rib for his friends and everything before I went to the Niner game. It was a complete nightmare.
Oh, boy.
And then called me in the middle of the game and then called me after the game chanting about Brock Purdy.
Oh, boy. He's all in.
And he was very sad for Deebo.
He's all in.
How can you not be? We have no other choice. Let's do this.
Hey, people send a text about Sean Mania. Today's not the day.
No, we're not talking about Sean Mania.
Clever move by the Giants to release that news in the middle of the night. Great news dump, San Francisco. Awesome PR job.
I'm not spending an ounce of my energy today on negativity. The Niners won a huge game against one of the greatest quarterbacks who ever lived. The hometown boy. They dismantled them. Another blowout this year.
Another blowout.
All right. And then Kyle Shanahan just in his bag. The only little tiny, it's like, okay, Deebo got hurt. That stinks. It absolutely stinks. It's a gut punch. But it sounds like he's going to be okay at some point down the stretch for the playoffs. I love where they're at. And then the Warriors won a huge game against the Celtics.
Splash Brothers combined for 66 points.
Clay was incredible.
Looney season high 15 rebounds.
Didn't know that.
Clay, 24 that first half. He scored 20 points in 9 of his last 11.
Wow. He had that 5-game stretch, but now it's extended.
He got rid of social media. He started cooking.
Yeah.
Thank God he got rid of social media. Thank God he stopped listening to the morning roast. He stopped listening to us, Shasky. So that's that. He's on a heater. Curry's playing like an MVP. And Jonathan Kuminga, folks.
Emerging. Emerging.
He's turned the corner.
I know.
He's turned the corner. Draymond's playing great basketball.
For sure.
Jordan Poole scored 20 in 5 straight games, even though the efficiency wasn't there Saturday night. The Warriors roll 14-13. They destroyed the Celtics. Now they go on a 6-game road trip on the East Coast. I'm excited. It's excited to be a Bay Area sport fan. You got the Niners on the cusp of close to the
100%.
NFC West. You got the
100%.
Warriors going on a 6-game road trip to prove that they're the champs again. As Draymond Green said, if we bring our A game, nobody is beating us.
And here's the silver lining if you're a Giants fan out there. Like, honestly, tickets are going to be dirt cheap this year.
And we still won't go.
Really short lines at the bathrooms, too. Very excited for
And
that.
we still won't go. And we still won't go.
Let's ride it. I'm ready, Niner fans. Let's go.
CC, Sacramento, what's
I'm
happening?
a
You're on the roast.
Niner. 415.
CC, what's happening?
Bonte and Shasky, what's up with my bros?
I'm
What's up,
so
baby?
excited.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm excited too, bro. I'm juiced. I'm not doom and gloom or anything, bro. Like Shasky, I'm not trying to ruin the moment, Bonte or anything, bro. Brock Purdy looks solid, right? So all Brock Purdy is doing, to be honest with you, is the Jimmy Garoppolo bringing him back next season and the whole Tom Brady talk. He put that to bed, bro. It's only been 2 games, but he's putting that to bed. This will be Trey Lance and Brock Purdy's team going forward. You get what I'm saying? No, Brock Purdy's not getting the keys. Brock Purdy is balling. You get what I'm saying? But we can't forget about Trey Lance, bro. That's why I always call and talk to you guys. It seems like everybody's forgetting about this guy. He's still...
Look, if there's one thing that I've learned as a 49er fan, I have no idea what's going to happen at quarterback. And anything that we think to be the truth today, 3 weeks from now, could be totally different. So right now, this morning, I wake up and I have the utmost confidence in Brock Purdy. You asked me that 3 weeks ago, I would have laughed at myself for insulting my intelligence. And here we are today. So if you tell me it's going to be Trey next year, I'd believe it. If you told me it's going to be Brock next year, I'd certainly believe that. If you told me they brought in Tom Brady, I'd probably believe that as well. I don't know what to make of it. All I know, they're 9-4, and they have a chance to win the NFC West if they win on Thursday. And they just dismantled the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home, and Tampa Bay. Tom Brady looked unbelievably terrible.
You look bad.
He looked terrible.
Well, again, when you get a great pass rush, this is why in the playoffs, when you get great pass rush, you get great defense, you can make all the great quarterbacks look bad. Peyton Manning looked bad for years in the postseason.
You're right, B.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
Tom
right.
Brady. I remember when the New York Jets, when he was seeing ghosts in a divisional round against the Jets
New
and
York
Rex Ryan.
Giants.
You know, New York Giants twice. You get a great pass rush, you can fluster any quarterback. And again, I always stuck. We had Baldy in studio last Friday. Shout out to Brian Baldinger. Saw him at the Warriors game. He was on the court taking photos of Steph.
I did.
and
I saw
Stephen
that
A.
too.
He stopped by the gatehouse after the game.
Oh, did he?
Baldy's the man. He's the man.
He is the best. So many people told me how great that show was Friday.
He discussed something, said, I don't think Brady is Brady playing in the 80s. And we got a glimpse of that yesterday. The Niners were hitting yesterday. They were trying to put Godwin, Mike Evans, Fournette, they were trying to put them in body bags last night at Levi Stadium. Brady doesn't survive in the 80s to me. Because that pass rush, man, he's seeing it. The rules protect the quarterback so damn much these days. You can't touch him. We saw the Sunday Night Football game. Phillips smacks Justin Herbert for a big-time sack. They call it roughing the passer.
I mean,
it was a joke.
The first Brock Purdy play. I mean, that to me is not a personal foul.
It's not.
It's a tackle.
That's football.
Yes.
That's football. That's Al Davis said it. Set the tone.
Yeah.
First 10 plays, the quarterback has to go down. When a quarterback went down the first play, and they called a play. They called a flag. It sucked, but you got to recover, and the Niners recovered, and they go down and score and take a 7-0 lead. Let's go to Gene in Oakland. Gene in Oakland,
Hey,
what's
Gene.
happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, fellas. Hey, more importantly, Purdy recovered. I mean, he took a massive hit.
Thank
and
you.
He got right up, and this kid has got, there's no reason why he can't be the guy.
That's what I'm saying.
It's too early to say. It's too early to say.
The guy,
sure,
when
but
you say the guy, you mean the guy long-term for the 49ers?
possibly. Hey, look, he was playing across the field from the biggest dark horse wonder of all time.
Exactly.
Tom Brady, all right? The guy was the 6th-round draft pick, all right? 180-something pick, all right? He was too slow, didn't have much of an arm, didn't show much at Michigan, okay? But as soon as he got his chance, when Drew Bledsoe went down, well, look what he's done, all right? Second-best quarterback of all time. I mean, they say that Purdy has got a weak arm, but those long passes did the trick.
Well, Gene, let me stop you right there, because I agree. We all are suckers. I'm the worst at it. Talent. 6'5", throw the ball through a brick wall. All of that gets negated if you are an incredible decision maker and just an unorthodox playmaker. And that's what this kid feels like he is. Now, I'm not saying that I don't know if he's the long-term answer, but for right now, he's pulling all the levers, and this offense looks ridiculous.
Yeah. Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, get in there.
The thing the thing that impresses me the most is he rises to the occasion. Okay, He's got a little bit of Montana and Brady in him. All right, he loves the spotlight. Okay, that's a rare quality, and that more than anything, I think, is going to give him a good chance to succeed in this league.
Yeah, I mean, he's making plays where there are none. He gets 2 free rushers yesterday. He, wiggles out of it, steps up, slinging the ball across his body. He's using different arm angles. Look, is he Mahomes? Can he beat Mahomes? Who cares? Win the West. Just win each single week. That's all we need. Like, we were talking just 2 weeks ago. Hey, I'll take Jimmy Garoppolo over anybody in the NFC. And I kind of agreed with that. I agreed with where people
Taking
were
Purdy over.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, it's not necessarily about having the most amount of talent. It's about, can you use the players around you and play within the fabric of the system? And right now, Shanahan's putting together a script and he's executing it flawlessly.
It's complementary football. You have a great defense. So that's the thing with this defense. If you get a lead, you're going to win a lot of football games during a 6-game winning streak. The 49ers have outscored their opponents 172-64.
That's crazy.
172-64. Wow. That's an average score of 28.6 points per game.
Wow.
And giving up just 10.6 points per game. They're outscoring teams by 18 points during this 6-game winning streak. Blowouts. These are blowouts, folks.
Fonte, that was like the one knock we had on Shanahan. Too many close games.
So let's again, 172-64 in the last 6 games during the 6-game win streak. 28.6 points per game for the 49ers during the 6-game winning streak. They're giving up 10.6 points per game. They are outscoring opponents by 18 points per game during this 6-game winning streak. It's unbelievable. Jimmy started it. You got to give Jimmy his flowers. The season turned around in the third quarter of the Rams game at SoFi Stadium.
Yes.
That's when the season flipped.
Yes.
Down 14-10. Jimmy goes 7 of 8 on that drive and throws for 71 yards. They take a 17-14 lead. They move on. They win that football game. All right? Give Jimmy his flowers. He did a lot for this team. He stabilized the season. Without Jimmy, the season is over. Do I believe Brock could do this earlier this season? How am I? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I agree.
But give Jimmy his credit. I'm not ready to kick the tire. Like, Jimmy's probably going to move on.
Got them to this
but Jimmy
point.
got him to this point.
Yeah.
And what Brock Purdy said last week is Jimmy helped him study, helped him in a film room, and prepped him for this moment. And then you see Brian Greasy on the sideline. You see Trey Lance on the sideline talking to Brock Purdy every chance they get. And Brock Purdy, man, give him what he – look, 16-21, 185 yards. The biggest takeaway for me, forget the arm talent, forget the throws. It's the poise and the moxie in the pocket. The blitz is coming, and he's standing in there delivering dimes. All right? The blitz is coming, and he's standing in that pocket and taking punishment, and he's not getting rattled. I'll give him his crap. I'll give him his props for that. He's a poised young man.
I mean, I'm getting Flutie type vibes in terms of like the way he's making plays. Now, I know Flutie had a great arm, so I don't want to dismiss his actual God-given talent. But in terms of he's just making plays, just positive play after positive play, and negating the big losses. We do this at other positions, though, B. How come a guy can turn into a Wes Welker out of nowhere?
Yeah.
But we rarely see it at quarterback, right? We rarely, like, we've got Brady, okay? But people forget, like, Brady was drafted in baseball as well. Brady has a cannon of an arm. He went to one of the glorified schools at the time. Like Michigan was at the time a great school. Some weird stuff going on with the quarterback who had been drafted.
Drew Henson,
yeah, there was some weird
Greasy.
stuff. We've forgotten it. He went to a big time school in terms of Michigan at the time. And yeah, he fell through the cracks. Even Russell Wilson, he's drafted in like the 4th round.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was 3rd round, 4th round, whatever it was.
Round.
Right? I mean, Kirk Cousins drafted later on in the draft.
3rd round.
But we never give those guys enough credit. Yet we see it at other positions.
Well, this is different. This guy was the last pick of the NFL draft. Okay, we've never seen anything like this.
So if he was drafted in the 6th round, if he was drafted in the 5th or 6th round, we'd be looking at it differently?
I think so. This guy's the last pick of the NFL draft.
It's random.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, but we do this at other positions. Why can't we allow our brains
we can. We can, but you rarely see the last pick of the draft.
I know. It's an outlier.
No matter what position.
But
how many
best
Mr.
players,
Irrelevance have been a factor in the NFL?
No, I agree.
Whether it's a D tackle, offensive line, running back, wide receiver, quarterback, whatever. It's the last pick of the draft.
Bonte, it never happens. But let's look at this roster for real quick. Their best players are mid to late round picks.
There's no doubt.
George Kittle has as much talent as anyone in the league, 5th round pick. Fred Warner, 3rd round pick converted from safety, as much talent as anyone in the league.
Drake Greenlaw, 5th round pick.
Exactly.
5th round pick.
Now, look, Purdy, the last pick of the draft, this is an outlier. I'm just saying, we do this at other positions and we don't blink an eye. No one questions. Fred Warner belongs in the middle of the field.
Right.
He's as good as anyone. And yet, it doesn't matter where he was drafted now. Who cares where he was picked?
Right.
Purdy is pulling the levers and it's working. Does the magic carpet ride evaporate and we turn back into a pumpkin? I'm cross-analogizing here. But, I don't know. But I'm here for the carpet ride.
Right. Here's one guy who's not happy. 408 Xfinity mobile text line. Purdy had thrown for 185 yards at halftime. I didn't even realize this. They didn't throw in the second half because it was already a blowout. He needed Purdy to get 201 yards passing to hit his player prop parlay. Cannot believe it. That's a bad beat right there.
Can I be honest?
Beat.
I don't care about your parlay.
Yeah, I do. All
I care about was them winning that game.
408, I'm with you. I feel for you. I've been on the wrong end of those situations.
I mean, like for example, we were talking to Baldy about Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner, if I watched the first couple guys. I remember watching him against the Niners. I'm like, he does nothing spectacular. But then you watch him, and it's like he just got the ball out to Torrey Holt and to Isaac Bruce and Marshall Faulk, and he just hit all those dudes. And at some point, I just tapped out, and I was like, you know what? He's a great player.
Dude,
I'm not there with Brock yet.
That first start against the Niners, he lit them up. They beat them 42-20.
Yeah, but did you think it was real?
I did. After that one, because the Niners had dominated the Rams. They won, what was it, 17 straight or 19 straight, whatever it was.
I thought he was a byproduct of the players around him.
Dude.
Marshall and Torrey Holt
but
and Ozzie
we didn't even know Torrey
Bruce.
Holt was that good. That was the 4th game of the season. Torrey Holt was a rookie. Was a rookie.
He destroyed
Bruce was Kurt Warner destroyed them. I said, they're real. I thought once they blew out the Niners, because I hadn't seen it in 8 years.
Okay. Well, I disagree with that because I did not think Kurt Warner was something special.
I was like, damn. He's
and then
legit.
he did.
He's
but
legit.
He was also much bigger.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco, always live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app, your favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. And do not forget that you can also watch us every single day on our YouTube and Twitch streams. Just log out and search 95.7 The Game. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel while you are there. Let's go back out to the lines. Rhea in Lancaster.
What's up, Rhea?
Rhea, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Good morning, gentlemen. Happy Victory Monday.
Happy Victory Monday.
I am calling to celebrate Brock. I said last Monday when I called, I said I felt like we could win this game because there was no tape on him for people to, look at specifically to game plan for him. So, but I just love his decision making. When he ran for that touchdown, he did that immediately. Like he saw nothing was happening. He just took off. I was like, that's right.
Yes.
Wait. Just go.
That was a great play.
And yeah, it was fantastic because they were just like, they didn't know what was happening. And then before half, when we are throwing a touchdown before the half, instead of going for some kind of field goal, I was like, beautiful. Because we don't get the ball back when we come back for the second half. So we need to score a touchdown right now. So I was just in awe of everything he was doing. He was fantastic. He was fantastic.
Rhea, does it
also shout out?
He's got this swashbuckler cutthroat thing about him where okay, you guys are you're gonna press everybody. I'm going deep, and it's like whoa, he's just ripping it downfield. I can't. That touchdown before halftime felt like a game ender.
Right
before halftime.
No, it was. I thought the game. I thought that play right there, because a lot of people say, "Well, Brady 28-3 the Super Bowl." Thanks for the call, Rhea.
I was thinking. I thought
the biggest possession under, we could all point to the offensive possessions with Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
But I thought when Tampa Bay got the ball, it's 5:05 left in the first half, down 21-0. They go right down the football field. Brady hits Godwin for a big play for 32 yards. They're cooking at the 17, right? Then they get inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
It's 2nd and 1 at the Niners 8. 2nd and 1 at the 8-yard line. I'm thinking, all right, 21-7. What are you going to do?
I know.
What are you going to do? Next thing you know, Brady had complete to Godwin. He's crying, too. He runs to the referees. He's pointing at him. He's cursing him out. He's yada, yada, yada. And then on 4th down, he throws his short to Mike Evans. He missed it. He missed it.
Were you surprised they didn't get a field goal there?
No, you had to go for it.
You thought you had to go for it?
It's 4th and 2.
I know.
It's Brady.
I know.
This is the new NFL.
And I thought he was getting a touchdown.
I
thought in my mind, I was like, this game is not over.
So the Niners get the ball back from their own 9-yard line with 2:29 left. They go 91 yards. 91 yards and take a 28-0 lead. Now, was it a gift that they got the defensive holding call on the pick?
Yeah.
I thought it was a gift. I didn't think there was defensive holding.
For sure.
That was a bad read by Brock Purdy.
They got a bailout call. I'll take it.
Next play.
That's what I'm saying.
They hit Brendan Ayuk with the stutter and go. And Brock Purdy with his shoulder, the pump fake.
Yes.
His ball skills in the pocket. So damn impressive. I didn't think he had that. I didn't think he had that.
When he did the pump fake and the line on the free release play where they threw to Debo and the linebacker jumps in the air and he kind of wiggles behind him and then he's running and he's throwing off the 1 foot as he's lobbing one out. At some point, I'm just like, dude, I'm here for this. This is erratic and frenetic and wild, but he's making plays.
Where's the Michelle drop? Do we have another choice?
No.
We don't have a choice. Tony and Santa Rosa.
Rocky Balboa.
Tony, what's happening?
It's from the YouTube chat.
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I was at the game yesterday in the rain and the cold. It was great. The Purdy chants were unreal.
Unbelievable.
It was unreal. It got a little chilly out there, too.
They were, man. And, man, those 2 dimes that he threw, he was getting hit when he threw those, too.
Yeah, I know. The one to CMC, he got twisted in between 3 or 4 guys. I still couldn't believe he completed that pass.
The kid can move. He's elusive in the pocket. I mean, like, I don't want to get too far ahead, but, man, it looks real. It's like the Kaepernick thing when it happened. It looks real. I mean, you can't make this stuff up the way he's playing, man. Ultimate confidence, ultimate swag.
Yeah, no, he has swagger. I want to ask you, Shasky, on the other side.
Okay.
What's the difference from Purdy, Mullins, and C.J. Beathard? And I want you to ask that I want you to answer that on the other side because this does look different.